Hello everybody, we live? I've decided to be a real... Everybody went off, I went off to get a wee drink, and I'm not going to tell anybody we're live, just to see what happens. Yo, Dave.
Okay,
No,
Ripper, I had a quick question.
Well, no, we're live.
Oh, we are.
I decided to go live while everybody...
You're such an animal.
You're
an animal.
Whoever the last person is back, we do not tell. Just... we don't tell.
You're such a dick. Oh, my God.
Yes, everybody.
Good
evening. Good evening, good afternoon, good day. Depending where you are in the world. We have decided not to do stories this time, and we are going to talk... I'm going to say shit, but I don't want to say it too early on the stream. Brian is still left. You cannot tell that he's there. He's the invisible man.
That's such great production value.
Yeah, I'm here.
Cello's gone too.
Yeah, Mr. Ripper. So I'm Mr. Ripper. Dave, you know Dave. He's the one playing the tunes. Cello from the live stream is in the white room. I don't know if it's left or right. I'm not even going to get into my own head. Yeah, he's from our stream on a Wednesday. He's one of the players. He's a very good DM, I heard, as well, and he is a top fella, and I'm sure he's got lots of stories to tell us. I actually ended up having an extended warm-up because yeah, we were just chatting, so but I don't like having Brian come back. Brian, don't come back. Oh, that's gotta be Brian. I don't know why he's gonna take it really rough. I'm such a dick. Here, Cello. Oh, you need to turn your mic on, mate. Has Brian got a cigar in his mouth?
Hey, what's up?
We're live. I decided to start right here, but it was a tie.
I just got back. Woo!
I thought you had a cigar in your mouth there.
No, chocolate.
Chocolate.
Gotta get my chocolate.
We just talked about how he's a good boy. He doesn't drink except for shots on his dad's birthday. You know.
And he smashes the chocolate into him.
Wait,
Well,
and then
a cigar.
And then I got a little corrupted because my girlfriend is English, and of course the English loving their alcohol, and she's part Irish, and the Irish loving their alcohol.
No comment.
And I got Irish in my blood because my grandmother was a red-headed Irish woman, and she loved her alcohol. And I'm like, okay, what are we going to do about this? She's like, you're going to get drunk. And I said, I don't know about that, but I'll give it a try.
I think if people enjoy the chit-chat one, the next time we do it, Brian needs to get drunk.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Would you be up for
I'll get drunk with you.
No,
I'll buy myself a bottle of Jameson, and I don't even need to mix it with anything. I'll drink it with a fork. That way I inhale it into my lungs.
Drink it with a fork?
That's what my grandpappy taught me the tricks because he was in World War II drinking his whiskey.
Cello, can you tell by Brian's very, very high cheekbones that
Here we go.
He's got a bit of
vampire?
He's got a bit of Native American in him. Can you tell?
I cannot tell, but I mean, I'm not.
I think it's... Ooh. I still
Look at
find
that beautiful man.
I still-
Look at that sexy beast. Yeah.
I know. I think so too.
You remind me of my best friend Colt from high school. So
I love that name.
There were 3 best friends. His name was actually, well, his given name was Scott Colt Sellens, but he went by his middle name, Colt. And then he, like, you know, when he became an adult, he switched back to Scott, but we also call him Colt. But yeah, so it was like me and my buddy Dylan. David knows Dylan.
I
Dylan
love
Archer, Colt and I, we were like 3 best friends in high school. We did all the theater stuff together. You know, it's funny, like we've all gotten into Dungeons and Dragons now, but at the time we weren't like we weren't playing it. And then we all got into it in college, and then have now Dylan and I both live in Los Angeles now. Well,
And Nolan.
have been, yeah, and then Nolan. So we all got into it in college, and then started. Actually, I can't remember if Nolan had played before. I think he played a little bit before, but his first real campaign was the campaign that I brought him in on, which was which I'm really happy to have been able to pass on the tradition and kind of be a part of his Dungeons and Dragons learning experience. So
You
It's,
teaching?
You were a part of mine too.
I'm mine.
yeah, dude.
You were my first real DM for
Yeah.
like an actual like full-on campaign.
Yeah, it's like you came over to Glenn's house to play like a one-shot one day, and I was like, "Hey,
I was
I'm
hooked
doing
instantly.
yeah, we're playing this thing regularly, like on Tuesdays. You want to come over?" So-
You need to get Brian
It
involved
was
in that.
so sweet. I had to roll up a level 15 character, having never played D&D before, so
Yeah.
it took about 4 hours with me and Glenn.
We threw you right into the deep end because
Yeah, but I could hang
pretty
by the
far
end of
into
it.
it. Yeah,
I will never
you
live
could.
down though, missing that opportunity at the fire
At the dragon.
the side quest that you had for Cole to go into the elemental plane of fire, and you know at the request of I can't even remember the details. It's so far gone, and I'm so far gone. I may or may not have had a jazz cigarette before this.
Which is so
Jazz
funny
couch.
because last time you like we were getting ready to do a stream and you were kind of like and you're like, you know, it doesn't affect me at all.
He did say that.
It always affects you, and so I just want to know. We have video evidence right now.
No, the
that
best.
when you have a jazz.
I said I may
cigarette-
not. I said I may not
Yeah,
have.
no.
I mean, but like
my credit.
hypothetically, if you had, you know,
No.
had a jazz cigarette. You know, it may or may not have affected you.
No, the best one was the very first game we had. Dave said to me, "Is it okay if I have may or may not have a jazz cigarette?" And it was actually on the stream. So it
I was gonna say, didn't our first interaction with that? He did it on stream where he rolled one, and I'm like,
It's quite likely. That sounds like something I would do.
That was more my fault. You're talking about your friend Scott Colt.
Yeah,
Scott
Cole.
Cole.
Scott Colt. Well, I am Scott, everybody knows. And whoever's had any sort of proper transactions with me will know that I am actually, my middle name is Scott. And I know why I changed his name back. So I am Beep Scott Mahaffey. So that's Beep Scott Mahaffey.
I know what it is, but I'm not going to say
Yeah,
it.
Beep. It's not. So beep. It's not my name, but I'm beeping it out if you haven't worked out.
he's the Roadrunner, essentially, is what all he's saying.
So what happened was
Scott McAfee.
He's Kaiser Soze.
So what happened was that whenever I was in school, everybody knew my first name, but my mum already had 2 boys' names in her heads. So her first son was going to be called Scott, and her second son was going to be called Ross. Now, thankfully, I was a boy, so I got the right name, and thankfully my brother was a boy, so he got the right name. Those names were chosen, but I was to be named after my dad as well, and his name is Beep. So,
Son of a Roadrunner.
but it didn't sound right in her head having it Scott Beep Mahaffey. So it had to be Beep Scott Mahaffey on paper. So I was always called Scott, and when I was in school I was called Scott, and I was introduced to anybody as Scott. But what would happen is that every time there was a substitute teacher, they would do roll and they'd call out names, and she would shout out Beep, and I'd be like this, and then everybody would laugh. And then they would call me by this name for days, and then it'd be forgot about, and I'd be back to Scott again, and then 2 days later on next week, another teacher would do the same thing. Same way I would go to the doctors, and they would shout beep, 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 and I go, oh, that's me. And then you look like a complete muppet because you don't even know your own name by that point, so you look like a complete idiot. So, so I turned 18, and I decided to completely drop my name as the drop the beep. And,
really?
So everybody, you can have a guess what it might be in the comments. Whoever super chats.
I can't, right?
You're not allowed to. Anybody in stream's not allowed to.
I'm
Bran
disqualified.
Yeah, you're disqualified. So is Bran. So, you do. Know
Are you going to tell them if they got it?
Yeah, of course. I might even tell them anyway.
Okay, great.
So, I decided what I was going to do was I was going to just completely ditch the name, and that worked out fine until I got applied for credit, and it took forever to build up. And then it just got really, really messy. And it got really messy in my bank cards because I actually asked the bank to change my bank card to just have the Scott on because one of my best friends is a bank manager at the time, and he ditched the beep off the card. So whenever I went to buy anything, it would not verify the name and all sorts of stuff. So that's the reason why your friends went back to Scott and not Colt, because officially it's a pain in the ass. Not one person has mentioned the beep. Nolan will know the name too because I've sent them. It's not an Irish it's an Irish and English name. It's quite common. Loads of people have called it.
What's funny is I'm actually like an 8th Irish.
Oh yes, you've told me that before.
Italian.
I can tell.
I'm Irish Italian.
I could hear the Italian, I think, in you a little bit.
Yeah. Well, my last name is Marcello.
I didn't know that.
Which, always bugged me because I didn't know, it's Marchello, but the CH is pronounced like an SH. And that always bugged me because I was like, in English, it would be Marcello. In Italian, it would be Marcello.
Yeah.
It should be Marcello if you're doing traditional Italian.
Oh, yeah.
But so I'm like, the CH makes a cuh sound. So I'm like, well, So where did this sh come from? Well, my family's actually from the northern region, part of Italy, which is very close to France. And so there's a regional dialect there where they actually turn their CHs into shs. So I'm glad I finally solved that mystery because my whole life I'm like, I'm saying my name the way I was taught it's supposed to be said, but I don't really know why it's said that way until I finally did some genealogy research and figured it out.
You get that all the time. You get that all the time here with people's pronunciations of names because there's lots of meh and mix. Mix are Scottish and meh is Irish, and it gets all messed up. Yeah,
we're Millers. So our last name on our Irish side is Miller.
Miller. Yeah, well that would sound right too. Yeah, you see even here you've got Davis.
Quick, everybody, post your family trees.
You got Davis and Davies spelt exactly the same way. There's loads of those weird ones where it all gets all messy. I'm going to give people a clue.
You want me to give a clue? I'm good at this.
No, you know it, so it's not much of a...
Yeah, I know, but that means I can give a good clue.
Okay, what I'm going to stipulate saying is that my dad, his name is a shortened... It's not even shortened, it's actually the same amount of letters, but it's a shorter way of saying it, and nobody ever thought this was funny. But because that's not my name, and if I was just called by my dad's name that my dad's known as, not his actual name, then it wouldn't have been an issue.
Is it Dick?
No.
Or is your real name Richard? Because I actually don't know.
No, you don't.
I don't know. And so it's always funny to me that the name Richard gets shortened down to Dick.
I don't understand that either. And William does too.
Yeah.
At least go Rick, but Dick, where does D come from?
No, well,
where's the D?
William's a very, very common name here in Northern Ireland. Nearly everybody's got a William, and they're all just called Billy. And then some people grow up and they're not, I'm not Billy anymore, I'm Bill. Or I'm not Willie anymore, I'm Will. Although I still find it funny because my 7-year-old pisses himself laughing when he hears the name Willie. So he does. He goes, "That's not Willie. Your mate's called Willie."
It's like, what did you just say to me?
No. So go on, give him your clue, and then I'll give him my clue. I'll give them the more.
Wait, we're giving them clues for
My first name.
Beep Daddy's name?
Beep Daddy's name.
What would be?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the best clue that wouldn't be like a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
You said you were good at this. You said you already had one on
this.
deck.
That's why I'm.
My dude's
I have one.
I mean, I don't know if this is too obvious, but my dude's a fucking clown.
See, I didn't want to give him that because that was too much. I'm like, that's the first one I can do it. But I mean,
who knows? Maybe his first name is Bobo.
You see, if one of my kids are watching the stream and they
Puddles,
they blurt it out. I'll be cross.
Puddles. Oh. As long as he doesn't
Does
go
the
out in
tune
the sun and get fried.
does the tune translate? And this is probably a real giveaway. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I don't know if that was.
I'm loving it.
That's it. That's actually, it does work both ways because sometimes
Really?
the marketing things. Oh, go on, Charlie.
Oh, I got it. Hold on.
I think I know, but I don't want to say it because I was disqualified because I'm on the stream.
No,
but
you're
I
not
don't-
disqualified because.
No, you're not. You're good.
On the basis that I've
'cause I
never
don't
sent
know?
you. I've never sent you
Because I
any
literally
money.
like. I mean, I'm googling like popular Irish names. Popular boy Irish
Googling
names.
ReRoll.
But then I mean, your clue is so good. Is it Donald?
No, that's not that good a clue.
Oh, really? Because you're like da da. I'm
Yeah.
loving it, right?
Yeah.
Like McDonald's. So
Yeah.
like, there's.
What's he call
All
him?
right,
Jesus, Jello, come on, man.
man.
What do you call him? What?
You got Donald. Who does Donald in the
Oh.
McDonald's
Oh.
franchise? That's what I want.
Ronald McDonald.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
his name's Ronald McDonald's.
Yeah,
He has a
my
quarter
full-time-
pounder of cheese every day.
I had a double
So
quarter
is that
pounder
your
cheese
name? Is it
yesterday.
Ronald Scott?
Ronald Scott. Yes, and my dad is Ronnie. So everybody goes, "Right, Ronnie, how's it going, Ronnie?" "Oh, I think it's cool." And then they go, "What's your name?" They go, "Is Ronald here?" And I go, "What?" Yeah, I get tortured for that for years. So that's the reason why I ditched it, and that's the reason why I
Gotcha.
had no money or a mortgage till I was 30. So, well, there's another reason for that, and that involves children. But
I guess that is my question. Like, when you turned 18 and you changed your name, did you legally
no,
change your name? Like,
no,
did
that
you
was the
go
problem.
and, like,
I didn't. I just ditched it from everything. I literally ditched it from everything. Like,
see, yeah.
so
Yeah, if you're gonna change, I mean, I know that's kind of a pain in the butt too, but like, yeah, I definitely empathize with what you're saying about like going and changing all your like bank information and stuff. Like, that's
It's
rough.
So you go to apply for a bank, and then you have a friend who basically can change the name on your bank account, and then that sets that all off, and then you just basically apply for credit, and you never mention it, and you never mention this, and then you apply for jobs. Like even a wee while ago, I changed bank accounts, and did the whole money switch, the whole bank account switcher thing, and it went really well. And then I got a phone call and they're basically saying here that the names don't match. Who's Ronald? It's like, well, I've worked with you for like 6 years. You still don't know my first name. And then I realized I never told him. So I still don't do it. I know, because it's like, it's just stupid. Same way. If you look at the company name for the YouTube channel, I had to set up for tax purposes. I have had to here you have to put your address down where your business is registered. I don't know if that's the same. You have to have the address, but I've paid.
Quick, everybody in chat, post your home address.
So,
And your credit card information too. We got to have that. Oh,
Yeah, and the expiration date, and don't forget the 3 digits on the back.
that's it.
And your
if you
social
have a
security
social
number.
It works also.
Yeah.
So I paid.
I'm definitely in the United States right now. That's
No.
definitely where I am located.
So basically, what I
Yes.
did was I had to pay extra money to register I had to pay for a PO box so Dave doesn't show up at my home address, because that's my biggest fear, that someday I'm gonna rock up and he's just gonna be sitting banging my door. He's gonna go, let me in, Scott. I've flown the whole way from LA. So, yeah.
And then on the flip side, you got me, Mr. Calm. I was like, you'll be sleeping, relaxing after a hard day's work. It's raining outside. You hear like, and you look at your window and you're like, what the hell is that? And then you just see this bearded face like, hello, Scott, I'm here.
I'm not concerned.
I've been expecting you.
I'm not. I'm not concerned of people showing up at my front door, mainly Dave and Bran. That I used to have CCTV in my house, and I had to pay for my friend who's a professional CCTV installer.
Installer-laters.
Install it later.
The Terminator installator.
That's the
Nice.
front. That's the front of my house to make sure that no weirdos.
Can I get that in sepia? The black and white's just so.
It's nighttime.
Everybody's doing it.
It's so criminal noir. I mean, come
Yeah.
on now.
It's nighttime. It's nighttime. There's my back garden. Stop with weirdos. Basically, what happened a long time ago was that I've brought this up before, that I live very close to a homeless shelter, and you do get a lot of people who would be opportunistic burglars. And one night, somebody put a brick through my window. Happens. one of those things,
Yeah.
randomly thrown through. So I put CCTV up. Then a wee while later, my next door neighbour says, "Can I have a look at your camera? Somebody burgled me last night." Now, I don't treat it as a real burglary because he left his back door unlocked. You know, if you got people who are less fortunate and you don't lock your house up and they're desperate, things like that are going to happen. But the police got involved, blah, 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 blah. And I was flicking through Facebook and I was like, why's my back garden on the police Facebook page? And then I remembered that I sent it in and they were looking for a guy that looked like a monkey, walked like a monkey. So he did.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
So he climbed over my fence and he was walking like this here, and then he peers through the window and then he walks like that there, and you're like, and then not so long ago actually, the CCTV was off because I installed it myself and I'm not very handy and the cables are really cheap and it all degraded, and that's the reason why I got it put in properly. And this guy who's walking up the street, I guess, and my next door neighbour was coming out going, that's him, I can spot that walk. I watched that video that you posted, that video on the Facebook page for days. So he's been waiting for a guy who walks like this, but there's a lot of people that walk like that in Bangor, so where I live. So yeah, it happens.
Well,
Dave,
you know, with all the walking back from the pub, you know, everybody's walking a little bit like this, you know.
Oh, what's going on every day? Oh, you're here, sir. All right. Well, I'm gonna look at your window tonight.
that's it. The goal.
Go home, Scotty. You're drunk.
I
That was a
live.
good one.
I live in a town like no more than, I'd say, within a 5-minute walk, I could hit at least 10 pubs and 10, well, it used to be 10 nightclubs, but thanks to COVID, it's down to 2. I could definitely, within that period of time, I could get to all of them. So I've got loads of choice. And how many times do you think I've gone out in the last 8 years while I've lived in this house?
How many times have you
Like-
gone out in the last 8 years?
Yes, and it's when I have all this going on around me. How many times do you think I've actually made it?
I'm
to
gonna
the
call
pub?
it like less than 10. Like you could count it on the 2 hands that you have.
I'm gonna guess a solid 6.
Ah, yeah, you're right, exactly in the middle. You two. Dave, do you want to finish off the numbers? Well, I faced
What numbers?
Yeah, that's all right.
Sorry, I'm playing music for
I
you
know.
guys. I'm trying to entertain these fuckers, you know?
How many times has Scott
We're
gone
not
out?
entertaining?
I know.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
I can feel a mute coming, Dave.
Am I that loud?
No. Just you're not listening. So,
Oh,
Please, sir, you must pay attention, or the consequences may be severe.
no,
did you say Master P?
I would say no more than 8 times I've been out. I've been out in the city, where you have to get on a train up to and deal with loads of drunk people and then get the last train back, and it's usually very rough because it's about half an hour and you're usually about to chuck blow chunks all over the train, and you're really hoping to get off it as quick as possible before you get a huge fine for making a mess. I've been out there more than I have, but I only ever go out on a Christmas day. I usually minimum my mostly I go out on a Christmas day. That's it. That's the only guaranteed night of the year that I'm actually out.
Really?
Yeah, sad.
So in the last 8 years, it's been what, 7 or 8 times?
Yeah, in the town, and that's just with MrRipper that I'll not divulge her
Wow.
name.
So you go out on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
No. It's Christmas where you go out for your work things and stuff like that there, and then you gotta pretend that you like these people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You gotta pretend.
Yeah,
that you like
Yes.
with your employees, you go out there. It's like, we're all having a Christmas party. There's Secret Santa punch. It's like, oh fuck it, I'll go.
I'm looking forward to our Christmas day.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, what are we doing, Ripper?
I don't know. I think we'll get everybody on and we get absolutely hammered, apart from the people who don't drink. But that's like
Yeah.
life
I'll
choice.
try eggnog. For the
I'm
first
down.
time
I'm
in
down
front
to
of you
get
guys
shitty
if
with you
want.
for sure, dude. Let's
I'll
go.
get goofy. I'll get goofy.
Uh-oh.
Wait. What did you say? You're gonna be goofy? That's my voice. I can do goofy.
Uh-huh. Yo.
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 Gosh, Mickey, don't be starting this again. We're gonna have to get out the whip again.
No, dude, the is Mickey Mouse. Goofy's like is
Yuck. Gotta have that little
That's the
dangly
Goofy.
dangle.
Sorry, Ripper. Viacom Disney's gonna be. You'll probably have a strongly worded letter from
please
them
don't.
soon. And a lawsuit.
It's legal to impersonate somebody, isn't it? In America, you're allowed to do that.
I could impersonate anyone I wanted. They cannot sue me.
Yeah.
Get the hell out.
And you're
Yeah,
like,
they don't have, we're not showing the image. They can't claim likeness.
Yeah,
rights.
you can't claim my voice. If you can do that, then
So-
you might as well pay me for it.
At least
Disney.
you shouldn't be able to. I don't
Yeah.
know.
We're not stealing intellectual property. We are making a comedic parody of it, which is perfectly legal in your laws.
I like it whenever I talk
Yes.
to people from America and they go, "You've got an accent." Everybody has accents.
Everybody has an accent.
Everybody sounds
By the way,
different.
I have some exciting things to plug. If y'all don't mind
Yes,
talking
Dave,
about what's
go for it.
exciting and new, dude. There's some crazy shit happening in my world. First of all, I'm now the CTO of a multimedia production studio.
Nice. Congrats.
In Hollywood.
Whoa.
Freaking
So
ridiculous.
you do live in the United States.
Yes, I do. No,
How dare you employ
I
that
helicopter
fellow?
in. I helicopter in from my own
What's
private
wrong with
island.
Okay.
Um,
I was like, because we got from United
obviously.
States to Hollywood, the stalkers are getting closer.
Nah, they can afford my time. They can afford my flight. It's all good. I'm just kidding. I'm not worth that much yet. But basically, I've been producing a bunch of actual successful podcasts this past couple weeks. I did Controlled Chaos with Josh Wolf. I did Geghead's Settlers of Catan stream. The Josh Wolf show has 200,000
I watched
concurrent
it.
viewers. I had no idea what I was doing. It was crazy. But I did it. I made it look good too. And in
Nice.
addition to that, the Catan stream got 15,000 concurrent viewers, which is crazy. We got a bunch of new shows coming in. I actually had to go down there to set up a shoot for a really cool, a cyberpunk tabletop game with a crazy set.
Was it
So there's
Cyberpunk
a gaming element there.
2077?
No, the tabletop one, tabletop cyberpunk. There's a tabletop cyberpunk game.
Well, I know, but there's a tabletop cyberpunk in the same universe as the video.
Yeah, I think
game. That's
it
actually
is
what
in
they
that
built
universe.
That's what they built the
Yeah.
video game out of.
Yeah, I think that universe.
Nice.
So that's pretty crazy. In addition to that, and most excitingly for me, and for anybody who appreciates R&B music in the chat, my music partner Johan Don just released his record a day or two ago, and I've got production and guitar credits on most of the album. So if you want to check it out, you can find it now on whatever platform you listen to music on, Apple Music, Spotify. I don't know if Deezer does music, but
Does, yeah.
you name it, Tidal, YouTube. There's automatically populated videos to YouTube. We just dropped the record. I'm on 5 of the 8 tracks.
Napster,
The album is called
LimeWire.
8 8.
LimeWire?
Maybe not.
No.
But
Bear
I
share?
don't like your odds on Napster. But oh my god, Bear Share, did you just?
Dropping the old-
MP3.com?
And then you
Fuck,
got-
dude. But anyways, the record is called 888. The album's called 888. It's by Johan Don. It's everywhere. Please check it out. It would make me so happy. And feel free to comment your favorite song. Thank you. That's all I have. The plugging I have to do.
And don't pirate it, please.
And
No
please
pirate.
don't pirate it.
No,
Just
that's not good.
enjoy it.
Or don't ye pirate any of the music.
Brian, what have you?
888.
What have you been up to, Brian, this week?
Yeah, what have you been doing, bro?
I have been just, I guess, trying to fill out what I'm going to be doing for October for my YouTube stuff, streaming and whatnot. Because when I used to do stuff on Twitch back in the day, I remember everyone said they wanted my girlfriend, 'cause she was much bigger than I was when I was streaming. She had a couple thousand followers and whatnot. And they were always trying to push her, hey, can you do some scary stuff on stream? And she's like, hell no, I don't want to be shitting myself on stream. And she's like, go make my boyfriend do it. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And they would send me all these games and stuff to play on stream and to react to. And I'm like, you can only really get me with a good jump scare. So they would purposely send me jump scare stuff. I'm like, all right, I guess I can deal with that. But now that I'm playing around on YouTube, I said, okay, I might as well bring back the old skeleton tradition. Get myself a bunch of scary, spooky stories to narrate, a bunch of scary games to play on stream. I'm going to do my best to find some good... If I have asked a couple people for some personal paranormal experiences just to see what kind of shit that can brew, and that's gotten pretty good stuff too. Aside from that, I've been trying to basically get into voice acting more and more, and the best I've got currently is, thankfully, I'm making a hell of a lot of friends in the industry, which is great. But I'm in a couple of indie projects by a couple of my friends. Some are audio dramas, some are podcasts, some are... I think I got 2 indie games that I'm in right now that aren't done yet, but they're work in progress. So there's that.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
I-
That's
my-
amazing. I'm sure you can't tell us the names yet, right?
I can tell you the names. There's an NDA.
I know NDAs there, like, you know, just
No,
blurt them
there's
out,
an
Brian.
NDA.
Blurt them out.
Yeah, let's see. We have a passion project by a gal called Jenny. She's making a game, a really large scale game called Exospace. It's pretty nice looking. It's kind of old school tech, obviously, because it's run through some of the stuff that you'd find on Steam, like RPG Maker and whatnot. But she has enough information in it that when I was playing just a demo of it, I said, okay, how much is that? And she's like, not even 1% of the game. And it took me about 2 hours to even get partway through. I said, so you have a big ass game that you're building. She's like, it's just a passion project because I wanted to do something nice for the community, just because indie developers don't get enough attention anymore. And I said, yeah, I can see that. And then my first IMDb thing I ever got on there was from a guy called Nerdy Bird Studios. He just wanted me to do some little sounds for a dragon.
Are you
And I'm like,
Nice.
Are you
That's
on-
amazing.
are you on-
What did you do?
I literally just
Go.
had to make dragon sounds, like
Go for it.
just like little tiny growls like that. But I did about 100, I think.
And then you pitch it way down and it sounds like a dragon?
No, he just wanted something cute. He wanted something cutesy.
Oh,
or
bless.
something like super.
Don't say it in the
No.
chat, guys. Don't say it in the chat, guys.
No, and then he,
It's his own natural voice.
hold on, let me see. I'm like Brian Vaughn number like 99 or some crap on IMDb because they label it weird. And I said, what? Wow, okay. I'm like,
99.
yeah, they have like Brian Vaughn. What? Who's that? It's a bald guy. And like, it's not me.
You know, is it
You
not
have-
Trucker? No, is it not Trucker?
I guess you got to ascend the ranks, bro. You got to play the Hollywood games, suck
I
a
know.
couple coffees.
That's why on my YouTube, we're taking part in another voice actor tradition recently. Every year, voice actors do various challenges per month. And Talktober is one of the biggest ones currently for VAs because we have a couple top name guys trying to promote it. And all you do is you get a prompt every day of October, which is very anxiety inducing. It makes you wonder. It's like, okay, you have 1 day to post all of this on a video or on a sound clip. Go. And
Right.
they say, here's like a five line prompt. Now you have to make like a giant skit out of it. It could be either a minute long, could be 3 minutes, could be 5 minutes. If you want, it could all be linked together in one giant thing. But I said,
When do you sign up for that?
I will show you, sir. Let me go on my server and find that because I don't know where I posted all my links at.
Jello, while he's doing that, what have you been up to this week?
Jello, tell
Oh, God. Man.
Apart from playing with us on a Wednesday night, I have to plug that our game that
Yeah, no.
is the highlight
Honestly-
of my week.
No, honestly, it's the highlight of my week as well. So thank you for the invitation to join you on Sunday. And I hope to play more, with you guys a lot more. Honestly, man, I feel like I'm kind of in a hot seat. I'm unemployed. I'm unemployed right now. So you know, so kind of just chilling. So you know, like cleaning my apartment. You know,
You washed all the
playing
paints
some
off the walls.
games.
Washed
Yeah,
all
watched
the.
all the- actually, my girlfriend and I, we just went, just, you know, we wanted to get out, you know, with all the quarantine stuff. We went yesterday just to a bookstore down in, because I do live here in Los Angeles. It's called Iliad Bookstore. So we dropped in yesterday just to, it's over there on like Cahuenga Boulevard. Actually really close to, I don't want to, I probably shouldn't. It's close to where Nolan lives. I won't give you
Where's
any
his
more
address?
specific information as to where
Tell us everything
Nolan
about
lives,
his
but
address.
Nolan also lives in Los Angeles. I thought about stopping by, but it's beautiful. Like, you know, it's. I haven't been inside of like just like an indie bookstore in a long time, but like it is just an experience. Like, you know, anytime you walk into like a library or anything like that, but like I walked in and you feel like you're going to church, right? Like, and it's just quiet, but like just the reverence for knowledge that we have. There are all these, you know, books about everything, you know, all the different, like you think about all the different books that have been written, like since man has started putting, you know, has started writing, you know, his invented language down on stone in paper, and the fact that we have so much of that contained in our libraries and in our bookstores. I don't know. I was overcome with just a sense of reverence. So then it was funny. I was like, I'm like, my girlfriend wanted to go. She had some books she wanted to check out. She's a huge book nerd. And so I was just like kind of browsing and like looked up and was like, hey, what's that? And I saw the listing for occult. And I was like, oh, they act like this bookstore actually has like an occult section. Like,
Oh, really? I am gonna dig through that. Oh, that's gonna be
of
fun.
course it does. And so I
Oh,
was like,
that's gonna be some
this is-
goodies in there, I
this
bet.
is why you go to bookstores, is so you can learn magic.
Yup.
And like I found
That's
this
the
like
point.
hardcover book, and I was like, ooh, Aleister
Is it an
Crowley.
Necronomicon?
That sounds like an actual like name that I've heard. And like it's like mint condition. I open it up and it's like it's called Gems of the Equinox. And I guess like back in like 1870s or 1900s, like early 1900s, he'd like put out like these periodicals called the Equinox or something like that. I don't know. I literally read like 3 pages of the introduction. I am not an expert on Aleister Crowley or anything like that. I had to like Wikipedia him later. But my girlfriend ended up actually buying the book because she's got a friend who's actually Wicca and into magic and studying multiple forms of mysticism. And so she actually bought the book for her friend. So I'm excited for him to receive it and kind of hear how that goes. But yeah, like Aleister Crowley, if you like Wikipedia, he's like some dude like born like 1875, lived in the 1900s. He was like a member of the British intelligence service. Like during World War I, he was actually living in the United States, and he was pretending he was doing like pro-Germany campaigns to kind of get in good with Germany because he was actually a member of the British intelligence service.
Whoa.
But like he was really into like writing poetry and stuff, and so he studied a lot of mysticism, and he declared himself a prophet, and created a religion called, I think it's called thematology, where he said that we're about to enter like the Aeon of Horus or something like that, and that basically everybody's sacred work is to figure out their purpose in life, and by using yoga. And so like the book was like literally this thick. There was so much in there, but like he had some really cool like. I took a very cursory glance, but like he talks a lot of like about different yoga and traditions and things and like just kind of typical spiritualist stuff, and they had some good ideas. But I don't want to openly endorse them because I don't know, but like just the pieces that I picked up were like kind of interesting. Right?
You have to be careful.
Here's the thing with magic,
So-
and I'm gonna say something right now. If you are not sure, do not dive into it.
Yeah, don't play with it
because
because it could be a dangerous world.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Gotta be careful. I'm not saying
literally-
don't. I'm just saying be careful, be mindful, be aware, and find a teacher.
Yeah, no, for real. Like I definitely like. I'm a very spiritual person. I was raised religious, but I really do believe in. I was raised Mormon. We were actually talking about that before the stream. I took kind of a break, so I've done a little bit some of the worldly things, but I was a pretty active Mormon churchgoer. Served a 2-year mission in Argentina. Did it all, and then like last couple of years, I was like, you know what? I've never really kind of gone wild or sowed my wild oats. I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. So when had a few beers, David helped me on my
I bet you did.
kind of my worst nights. We went out to our buddy Dylan's birthday party, and that's the one and only time I got blackout drunk. And yeah, we had a good time. Thank you for letting me crash on your couch. So
Was that my couch?
yeah, it was your couch.
it was
took me
my
back to your
couch.
place.
Oh, it was
yeah,
Hillary's
you took me back
couch,
to your
but yeah.
futon. Pulled
Yeah.
out the futon. You took real sweet care of me.
bet
That's what
you
friends are
did.
for.
I bet
Probably
you
made you
did.
drink. Probably made you drink a metric fuck ton of water.
Oh yeah, you got me a huge thing of water. You got me a trash bag, and then you went back out to party again after I just passed out there. It was good.
I can imagine Dave going back out. I can imagine.
Hey, I'm a good friend, but
Oh,
I still like to party.
Yeah,
I know. There's certain levels of
well, no.
boundaries there that they cannot be broken. Which get the guy home, make sure he's safe, back out
Yep.
again, and pray.
I'm not there to
He only
babysit him.
lived, like, 2
Oh, and
blocks
I think
away
my
from where the
last thing
party
I
was
told
going
him-
on.
I think the last thing I told you before you blacked out is do not fall asleep on your back.
Yeah, and pray.
probably.
And you need to pray that he
Yeah.
doesn't be sick all over your house while you're away or your
Oh,
flat
yeah.
or your
No,
farm.
I did not throw up. Well, in his house. I threw up before then. On the walk to his house.
In the
I
bush.
saw this bush, and I was like, that bush is gonna get
See,
it. And just like, blah.
I have
and
to-
like, Dave was holding me at a 45 angle by my collar as I just like spewed into this bush. Good times, good times.
Yeah, I have a problem in my house. If I come back a wee bit too drunk, and I'm a good boy, and I'm actually petrified of vomit, so I don't like
me
doing
too,
it.
man.
I don't
the
like
smell, the feeling, nothing.
I can't handle it. I literally feel like I'm dying, and I really don't like it. So I don't get to that state. I haven't in a long time. But the few times it has happened, I come back.
To be fair, it takes a lot to get you to that state.
Maybe
It's very expensive to do so.
yeah,
prohibitively
I can't
so.
afford it. But what happens is that I make it back to the house, I make it to the toilet, I'm maybe sick a few times. But normally what happens is because it's like a life-ending experience, I can't actually make it back to bed. So I lie down on the bathroom floor normally. And the amount of times that I've woke up with my whole family standing around me laughing is
I've been there.
it's quite
That's
it's
awesome.
quite bad, like, do you know what I mean? Oh, Daddy's drunk again. Oh, Daddy does that. Oh, yeah, you know. And then you're lying there and you're half out, and you notice that there's people standing around you, and you're like, please tell me I pulled my trousers up. Please tell me I pulled my trousers up. Please tell me I
Please,
pulled.
God.
Yeah.
Please, God, don't let them see anything they don't need to see. That's no.
Another quid in the therapy jar for your kids.
Yeah,
You
there's
know,
a few of them.
just-
Like, there's a few of them. You're asking about the swearing and stuff, and Bram saying about having kids, you know, and how it's turning off the swearing. I just swear in front of them. They just know not to say it. You're fooling yourself, you know, if you think that you're never ever gonna say a bad word in front of your children. As long as you teach them that they're not allowed to say it in front of
My
you.
parents swore around me, and I turned out fucking great. dude.
Yeah.
I still remember the first time I dropped an F-bomb and my dad turned
Bruh.
and looked at me and I'm like, oh shit. And he's like, what did you just say? And I said, I don't know. And he's like, no, what did you just say? And I'm like, I don't know. And I fucking bolted out of the house.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
yeah.
I find it hard to trust adults who don't swear.
Oh, he swears like a sailor. Same with my mom. That's how I learned how to swear. But it's like he was trying to always teach me, don't swear, be polite, and all that. And then at one point I just dropped and he shook his head. He's like, I don't fucking know who you are anymore. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yep.
I want to swear. And now it's like it doesn't matter because it's all good. But like it's just that initial time when you first swear as a kid and they just kind of go, why? There's no context. You don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like the same
Oh my
thing as
God.
it's the same thing as my dad. I started smoking, and the good thing about my started smoking was that I smoked in the house, and my parents wouldn't know because they both smoked, so you could hide it really easy. So it was something that I hadn't. And then I was moving out, and I told my dad that I smoked, and all he said to me was, "What do you smoke?" And that was it. Give me one. But my swearing story is that I was playing PlayStation 1 with my brother at the far end of my house. My mum and dad's house was quite big, and it's all low down and
Scott's rich, y'all.
long runs.
Scott's family is super rich.
It's probably not American size house big, but it was, for where I am, it was a big house. And I'm sitting.
He lived in the shed.
I'm playing PlayStation with my brother at the end of my bed and my wee 14-inch TV with my PlayStation 1, and I'm sitting playing, and he beats me playing a football game. Soccer, if you're American.
It's called American football. Thank you.
Foosball. So I'm playing football, and he beats me and he scores a goal, and I whisper, "C." I'm not saying it on the stream. I say the C word very, very gently under my breath.
Oh.
Now, man,
So that was your first pop with it?
No. Oh, I definitely used it many times before, but it's the first time I'd ever slipped out of my mouth in my own house. I was about 11.
no.
I was about 11 at the time, maybe, and my brother was about 9. And
That's bad.
I hear no. What's worse is I hear the stomping coming from the far end of the house.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. This goes,
know the
this
switch
goes
is
on
coming
for a
out.
bit. This is going on for a bit because I told you it's quite a long house and it's long corridors the way it's done. And my mum's at the far end of the house watching
It's a horror movie.
watching TV. She's probably watching. I know you don't get it over there. Countdown, like one of these ones, like a
Oh, I know Countdown, yeah.
4 o'clock in the afternoon, like quiz show where they it's all like intellectual answers and they're all it's all that sort of stuff. TV's up quite loud. She just walks straight into the room and goes, bang, and says, "Don't ever say that in my fucking house again." It just fucking hits me. It just sets me another slap. and walks off. But I said it so low under my breath. My brother didn't even hear me say it.
Parents have this like sixth sense when you fuck up, and they're like, "We know you did something bad." No, I didn't. Yeah, you did. Just say it now.
Either that or he's got your ass bugged, bro.
No, it's too. Maybe not. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have my kids think there's the CCTV, that there's a camera in rooms and stuff like that there. That's not, like, do you know what I mean? So, yeah. So just stomped the whole way down from the far end of the house, and
gosh.
that's it. But you're fooling yourself. You don't think you're ever going to swear, but like. My youngest one, he just thinks it's funny, but usually I swear out of complete frustration. Like today, like today, I decided we're just interior planning in the house because I really desperately need an office, like big time, and because I'm in the corner of my dining room, and basically whenever I'm streaming, nobody can go to the kitchen for like hours, and it's not very good on the family. So. Well, we've decided we're going to rejig it downstairs a wee tiny bit, get myself an office. So we decided we're not going to touch upstairs at all. So we've got like a big landing, which I was possibly going to just put an office in, but we decided we're going to keep that. And I went out and bought a bookshelf for my books. And
Fascinating.
it took me 4 hours to build. And
Oh, you poor
still.
fucking soul.
And I'm good at that shit. I am good at flat pack. I am good at building furniture. It was the single worst. Like every screw in it was like just rubbish. It just didn't go together. And I got it built. And then I had loads of people texting me on Discord. I had loads of people have stuff going on the street. I got family things going on. I'm getting tortured the whole way through. And I was trying to keep my eye on something on TV. And and basically, if you came up the stairs, you would have pretty much seen my arse crack because of the angle that I was working at. And you would have heard constant swearing, which was really, really frustrating and annoying. I missed my bike ride as I was wanting to go out for a cycle with everybody, but I had to get it finished, and then I had to talk to Brian, and then I had to talk to Dave, and then I had to talk to everybody else. But no, my week... I always Monday pick the scripts for the week after. On the Tuesday, I stress if Dave's got his scripts done, and then I get them.
They always get to you.
They do. I'm only joking. And then I get editing, and then on Wednesday, what tends to happen is that then I do a wee bit more work in between things, and there's hours and hours and hours. And you wouldn't believe me if I told you how many hours I put in. And then
I'd believe you because I know.
I'm playing on a Wednesday, and then I love to fit more days in, but I've got family stuff going on, so you can't really just sit and go, I'm going to play with my friends, and you can all just not go for a drink for 4 hours a night. So,
right.
And then, but what happened was that my youngest was off school Thursday, Friday. MrRipper works Friday, Saturday, and I decided that I was going to just take a time off and spend it with the family. So I had a lovely time on the Thursday and the Friday, and then on the Saturday we decided we were going to go for a trip. So I drove 100 miles, which is not American 100 miles. It's like 200 miles of American miles. Like half of it doesn't even have dual carriageways, and they're not straight roads. And drove all this distance to go to another seaside town, because I live in a seaside town which has amusements. That amusements was closed. Paid £7 to drive onto a beach. For there to be a dead seal on it, which was absolutely massive. So they cordoned off half the beach. And then my son, and then we went back and had dinner, and that was it. So I drove like a 200-mile round trip, paid £7 to park on the beach. And
hey guys, do you want to take pictures with the dead seal?
Yeah, it was pretty massive, and it was pretty blowing up. And oh yes, and the funny thing about driving onto the beach was that the very first thing the lady said came out of her mouth was, "That'll be £7," and so that's about $10 just to drive onto a beach. And then she said that there's no towing service, which I can remember the last time I was on the beach watching how many people think, oh, big open beach, let's drive. It's miles long, it's a huge, big beach. And it's where they play the Open Golf. It's very, very close to where they play the Open Golf when they come to the Irish Open. It's lovely, lovely, lovely spot.
Oh, wow.
But you got Roy McIlroy and Tiger Woods and all the rest. But anyway, people go, yeah, and they drive about and they'll do the handbrake turns and stuff. And then, but if you go too far up the further away, you just get caught in the sand. So there's always a couple of cars stricken. It's like, Yeah.
You went too far down the line.
Yeah, went too far. So, but my car's quite low, and my car has quite low profile tires, and it's front wheel drive, and it's an automatic. So, I'm used to having a clutch. So you have no control. So it's just go and stop. But on the sand, it's a bit unnerving because it's not grabbing traction and things like that there. But yeah, so it was nice. And then because I had a McDonald's, because my name's Ronald, and that's family tradition.
Hey man, Notorious B.I.G. advised never get high on your own supply.
Well, that is true facts. But what happened was that they lured me in with the advert of a triple Big Mac, which I thought, Scott likes it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hungry
Gosh,
today.
I'm so hungry right now.
I love a triple Big Mac, and got there.
I might get a triple Big Mac.
And they didn't have any triple Big Macs, which I don't know why they're advertising it on the TV. So I had to get a double quarter pounder with cheese and mozzarella dippers. Because I decided I was going to be a good boy for some strange reason, when I went out, I had pasta for dinner instead of my usual burger and chips. But eating 2 burgers in one day is a bad idea.
That's not fun either. Sometimes
It's
your
not.
body's like,
Yeah.
I had enough burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a homemade meatloaf like left over upstairs, I think somewhere in the fridge, and it has like bacon, barbecue sauce covered all over it, and the bacon caramelized in the oven with all the vegetables with it too. So it's like it has like that smokiness to it, but it's super super sweet bacon now too. And I'm like, oh, okay, put that on a sandwich. I'm good to go. I'm done.
I've
Done for the night.
I've never had
Man,
meatloaf
all right.
before.
So it's sorry, keep going, Brian.
Oh no, it's meatloaf's literally just imagine a meatball, except you take it and you put it in a bread pan.
Yeah.
And you just smush a giant log of meat together with seasonings. Like I have I use, I think 70% of mine is 80-20 beef, and then I put in some ground pork. I season it with Italian seasoning. You have like oregano, basil, parsley, garlic, all that fun stuff. And you just literally slather it with either bacon. You can put onions in it. You can put celery in it. I don't eat that though, because that scares me.
Oh, green stuff. No.
Celery scares you?
Celery, I have freaking bad memories of that, where I was like forced to eat celery, peanut butter, and raisins when I was a kid for kindergarten.
Ants on a log. It's called an ants on a log.
Yeah, ants on a log. And I'm like, man, that was not tasty when I was a kid.
I could
I
do it
could
now,
not do
but
that shit.
The
wouldn't
problem
let-
is the raisins, right?
Yeah.
You put that raisins are just dead grapes, right? Like, why are you eating that?
They're just dying. They're dead grapes that have no moisture. They have the flavor of rotten, like, rats.
No.
It's terrible.
No, I like raisins, or as you call them.
But don't blame the celery.
Yeah, the celery's a green demon, but I mean, the raisins make it worse.
Yeah. So just get the celery with some hummus, and I think you'll have a much better experience.
Chow.
Yo, you
I
know
like
what's
good
a
hummus.
big brain snack is Ruffles chips and cream cheese.
That's amazing. Yeah, Ruffles chip.
Yeah.
I am going to tell
Yeah.
you the ultimate
That's big
treat.
brain.
The ultimate treat for whenever we finish in a few minutes, hopefully.
Is it your bag of Doritos? Hey,
My man's loves
it's a
his
chili
Doritos.
one too. Nice.
Yeah,
Man
I've already
after my
opened them,
own
but
heart.
that was from lunch.
Man after my own, but I usually get the Cooler Ranch. Like, I'm
Yes.
32 now, almost 33. They tear me up every time I eat them, but like
Yeah.
I can't stop.
And then,
I can't stop. It's
Like I just
more.
know, like as I'm doing like fistfuls of Doritos in my mouth, like, oh, I'm not gonna get to sleep tonight. Like, I'm gonna wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning with heartburn, and I'm gonna have to chug like 4 Tums, but it's worth it.
Yeah, that's me. Literally.
and the other treat
what-
that I have that you probably don't get over there, but all the UK ones. Have you seen them?
Rolos? Oh yeah, I love Rolos.
Oh my
those are so
god, I
good.
love
Those are great.
Rollos.
Oh yeah.
Just eat them with a packet there.
more-
man. I'm not gonna eat the Rolos because that doesn't really go very well with beer. Beer and chocolate doesn't work. Doritos and chocolate.
Oh, you sure about that?
Wine and chocolate.
Maybe not lager and chocolate, but maybe stout and
Yeah.
chocolate.
Oh gosh, I love a good stout.
I love a stout, like
Your
a
birthday party
barrel
when we
aged
just
stout.
did stouts. Oh,
Wasn't that so lovely? I got such nice beers for that party. That was so lovely.
I'm a Doritos man. I don't know why. I just am.
That's interesting. Dude, honestly, it's okay. Controversial opinion. I'm a Lay's original man.
A lay, that would be Walker's crisps here, and original, that would be just salt.
Salt. Yep.
yeah. All right, so
Give me that sweet, sweet sodium.
Oh, I love salt. So we actually had some Lay's Original at Christmas, just this last Christmas, and my grandpa just took a whole bowl, like a plate, or like it was a plate full of just Lay's Originals, and then you just put ketchup all over it. And I was like, oh my
See, we have a
gosh,
solution to that in Canada.
that tastes like fries and ketchup. Like
That's
suddenly
weird.
Lay's Original, like it's like that's just like that's the way to eat Lay's Original now. Like it's so good.
Or hear me out, import Lay's ketchup from Canada.
Oh yeah, you guys have actual Lay's flavored ketchup stuff. Yeah,
We have Lay's ketchup chips in Canada, and they are dick tits. They are so good. Oh my God, I love them so
I think
much.
Lay's is the same as Walker's here because it's just
you guys
the
have
logos,
Walkers.
the
And
logos
that's your
they're identical. They just changed the. Oh no, Lay's is not. We get them whenever we go on holiday. We get them posh. It's like ooh, Lay's the
It's
different.
the fancy stuff.
They do, and they do like burger ones and stuff. But you get like, you get all random flavors of Walkers here as well. Like I mean, crazy stuff. Like I don't know.
We had
what
pickle
is
chips
Walkers?
over here.
Walkers is
Walkers
just
is essentially Lay's for
Yeah.
English people
Yeah.
and the people in the UK.
yeah.
Is it the same company or is it a different
I
company?
think it might be because the logo is very, very similar. It's just
It's
that
a
they
branch
changed-
off of Lay's, yeah.
Walkers.
Okay, that's hilarious because like you've got like Lay's like laying down and then Walker's like walking, you know, with, like all the health conscious. Like you could see him like in the PR.
We're
too, like
crawling
I'm
at
not gonna
them.
bring
You
it up
know,
on my
like
computer.
we
but-
used to when we first branded Lay's potato chips. You know, it's because everybody was fat and couch potatoes.
Who-
and then,
who
you know,
owns
it's
who?
totally okay back then. But now you got to be healthy, so we're gonna call it Walkers because you should be walking around and consider your lifestyle and what you do. Because while you're shoveling potato chips in your mouth, you best darn be doing your exercises too.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Walker's got bought out by Lay's in '89, so they just bought them all
okay.
out. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That's a much better story,
And then
more realistic story.
I'm a fan of Pringles. I'm a fan of Pringles, but there's a
Love
problem.
Pringles. Okay,
I
so
look.
there's a holiday. Oh, keep
No,
going.
no, you're all right. I was going to say
No,
something.
I was gonna change the subject real quick. I was gonna give you one of my snacks.
People think.
Oh
that
yeah, hit me with them snackies.
You would assume that I have a massive mouth in real life, and I do have a massive mouth, but if I eat
Hey,
a
what
whole,
that mouth do?
if I eat a whole tube of Pringles, not the actual tube, but the Pringles, a cut absolutely wreck the whole inside of my lips, especially this like the
Where it just
Pringles.
cuts and
just
explodes.
cut,
Yeah.
and it gets worse and worse and worse as you get. Because I can't. I'm a bit of a clean freak. Say a bit of a clean freak. I'm a full OCD clean freak. But anyway, if you bite Pringles in half, you not only are you weird, in my opinion, but
Yeah, eat the whole damn thing. Put it on your tongue.
But you make a mess. You make a mess. You're sitting there and your corn titties are covered in Pringles, and it's just not a good look when you've got all the crumbs down you. So you eat them all in one go, but they cut the face off you. See what I
Yeah,
mean?
they really do. It's like Captain Crunch, you know. It just chews up the top of the roof of your mouth.
I never
know,
liked
just,
Pringles.
No, you know
Never
Pringles.
liked
Well
them.
done.
Lay's
they never
has
did for
a better Pringle brand to them that doesn't cause like your ass to explode upon eating them.
Lay's baked.
Yeah,
So's Walkers.
Yeah, those are
funny
not
enough.
terrible.
yeah, they're better than Pringles to me. So I'm like,
Yeah.
By leaps.
Definitely.
What we
Lay's,
got-
You
you're
guys
welcome
got
for all
way
this
better
free product
Smarties.
placement that we've got going on here.
You guys in Ireland got way better Smarties than we do here in the States.
I think that's because ours are pure sugar, and
I mean, so are ours, but they're different. So, like, the Smarties in the UK are like basically big M&Ms. They're like chocolate,
Oh,
candy coated
yeah.
chocolate.
Yeah.
And that's also the same in Canada. And the Smarties that we have in the US are basically these
tiny
little
things.
tiny chalky candies, and in
Yeah.
Canada we got them called Rockets.
Oh yeah, you guys call them rockets. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
they're called Rockets back home. And here in the States, we call those Smarties, which is trash because the real Smarties are a blessing. You don't even get the real Smarties here.
Yes, Craig's cottage. Craig mentioned it was Lay's Stacks. Funny thing is,
Oh, yeah.
surprise, surprise. Look what it's
Walker
called.
stacks? Are you shitting me?
I know it's all the same. It's all the same.
What in God?
There's the
I
logo.
love it.
Yeah,
I mean, but those are less greasy than Pringles. I mean, I can eat those. Those are okay.
yeah. It's weird the way everything's sort of the same, but not the same. But we get Lay's on holiday, so it's like, ooh, fancy stuff when you're in Spain.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I got the name brand stuff.
Gone bright.
Are we just gonna go through your?
I'm
through the
blinded.
Reddit? We should just go through the Reddit.
We always
We're gonna
do.
read stories.
We always do.
Usually
Because
what
you're
we do.
not logged in, so it's not dark mode.
So I am logged in, but I'm not. Couldn't log the page. Yeah. I just have to
Sign
go
up.
bright.
Yeah.
Have to go
Have you
bright.
used Reddit before, Mr. Ripper?
I have. It's not letting me.
What is MrRipper? It is a subreddit. It is a guy, a corporation of people, a conglomerate of friends and family.
It was black the whole time. Shallow, you.
It's even more than that. It's an ideal.
It's an idea.
Welcome back.
For 1995, you too could be a Mr.
I
Ripper.
think Reddit's broken. I think Reddit's broken. You just got to do with being bright. I think we're going to end
Oops,
this.
you broke it.
No, Shallow.
Let me go.
We normally go through and we randomly pick stories and read through them. There was a few people had mentioned whenever I done my a poll on Reddit, because I do know how to use Reddit, because yeah, no comment. I'm not gonna say any more than that. I do know how to use it.
I don't.
A few people have mentioned that they enjoyed us talking shit, pretty much.
Gotcha.
So I thought, you know what, we'll change the script a wee bit and we'll just talk shit. I think next week we might do stories again. It's good. It's a good recharge as well, because everybody puts their stories through, and it's better to have a better pot, I suppose. The longer we leave it, if we just read every story every week, I suppose it's waters them down ever so slightly. So I think I'll go through for next Sunday and pick a couple of bangers, and yeah, I think just thought we'd change.
Absolutely.
Thought we'd change it up ever so slightly. I am not as drunk. I was saying to Brian for the stream that I actually enjoy the talking at the end as well, but I'm usually quite drunk by then. So
Yeah, by then
Yeah.
he's so drunk. He's like, "What information do you want out of Scott today?"
last Sunday,
He is happy. He will tell you everything. He is awesome. It's like, yeah, all hugs.
Last Sunday, I was pretty drunk whenever we finished the stream. I was actually, so I didn't realize at the time.
Gotcha.
I didn't realize at the time, but yeah, I'm quite sober.
So are we gonna like play D&D story drinking games next week? Is that how we're gonna get shitty hammered?
No, not midweek. Not midweek. I gotta get up in the morning and all. Unfortunately, I have to get up. That's the reason why we always have to cut the stream at 12 o'clock my time, because I have to get up.
Yeah.
I don't sleep.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't sleep after the stream. That's what I've got in my head the whole time.
So wait, we're not gonna. I thought we were talking about getting shit faced on stream.
You're jumping to conclusions there. No,
confused.
no. I did.
Or we're just gonna get on a call and get shit faced.
No, I did. I did get drunk last week. I was pretty drunk last week. I was pretty drunk.
Scott,
That wasn't intentional.
If you want to play a drinking game, all you have to do is say, every time there's a spelling or grammatical error in a story Brian reads that drives him crazy and wants to make him smack his head on the desk, everyone takes a drink.
Yeah,
And Brian takes double.
I would literally die of liver failure if that was
we
that.
would all pass out and die on stream.
Yes.
There'd be witnesses to that.
Alcohol
For
poisoning.
every word spoken in take a shot. We would die instantly.
Yeah, I
It's like,
think.
hello, how are you doing today?
So what I want people to do, if they enjoyed this and they enjoyed it without the stories, to jump onto the Reddit, the poll, and let me know what you think. Maybe we can fit it in, do it in rotation, or maybe we'll just shorten the stories down every week and then let me get drunk enough to talk rubbish and feel natural about it. Yeah, and I just want to thank everybody who's part of the community, and yeah, and just thanks for watching, I suppose. I don't know what else more really to say on that. Brand,
I'm just super glad that we have. I think the best thing that I can say about all this is that we, as I guess a channel, as a conglomerate, we have the power to reach infinitely across the internet, and we are bringing so much joy to people who love nerdy things that want to hear it fully voiced, not by a British robot. And we put our heart and soul into it.
Brian put all his heart and soul into it too. The first Brian, the OG Brian, as he's known as. Just let you know. Look at his face. He's raging. He's raging.
The truck driver? Is that Brian Bond, the truck driver?
No, the robot that was before Brian and before Dave.
The OG. It's like he's like just the British robot Brian. That's the sound.
Yes.
Hello,
So
I am Brian Robot.
I wasn't a part of the channel back then. I didn't know about it. So now I know.
No. Brian 1, we call him. Brian 2. Brian.
I am
Follow.
Brian too.
That's good. That's actually quite good.
Hello. Do you want to read a story?
Oh,
like-
that's good. That's good.
Like, goddamn.
Brian,
no.
do you want to do the socials? Do you want to do the socials, buddy?
Oh, Cello, do you have socials that you promote or no?
Yeah, I do. I am Saint Cello on Reddit. So Reddit is the best place to find me. So user Saint Cello. And then yeah, I'm still working on my Twitter situation. I had a Twitter for so long, but then it got shut down. But
that's a
it's
story
the
there.
name-
What did
Yeah.
you do to get it shut down? I'm
Nudes,
curious.
nudes.
No,
I
I
guarantee
just
it's
didn't
nudes.
use it for a long
Oh.
time. And so then like they, I think they thought it was like a spam account or something, and so then like they shut it down. So like I was not an active Twitter user for the longest. So yeah, but user Saint Cello on Reddit, you can find me there. I'm an active part of many different communities and love talking D&D. So feel free to hit me up.
There you go.
And
See,
find me on Mr. channel.
Mr. Ripple's channel. Remember that.
Mr.
We
Ripple.
make waves.
Yeah.
It's another very, very enjoyable chocolate. Just to let you know, Ripples.
So we got the Ripple chocolate channel locked down. Come at me, bro.
Perfect.
Then we have Dave Makes Noises, and you can find out basically everything that you want about Dave and his exploits and his socials, literally on
And his music.
DaveMakesNoises.com. Which
And his music.
Keeps it simple.
And
He
his
does.
music. I keep
Actually,
it
not
simple.
the new shit. Not the new
Not
shit.
the
The
new
new
shit,
shit's not
though.
even up there yet. It's that fresh. So if you love me and want me to be happy, please, whatever platform you choose to consume music on, it is of no consequence. But please check out 888 by Johan Dawn. That's JOHANDAWN. I played all over that record. Some beautiful, saucy math rock and R&B mixture guitar stuff. I think you'll really like it. And if you don't like it, you can tell me on my Instagram how much you hate it. Dave Makes Noises. It's all good.
I want you to know when you first plugged it, and then
I got to
now,
remove that
I-
weekly production streams element from my site. That's how out of date it is. I haven't been doing that in like almost a year.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Brian, hit us with your socials.
My socials, you can simply find me on YouTube and Twitter at Brian Vaughn VA. I am not the guy who rides bikes on YouTube. I do voice acting streams. I talk about games, memes, all things like that on my YouTube channel. If you're interested in voice acting, narration, or anything like behind the scenes stuff, like how I narrate for Scott and how I organize all my stuff, I mean, hey, check me out on YouTube. I'm probably going to talk about it at least once or twice because I want to make sure everybody knows, well, how to be on the same level playing field as everybody else. Because honestly, I don't like VA stuff being hidden behind paywalls. And I want to make sure that any new voice actor out there gets the same chances I get in terms of like where to go, what to talk to, who to talk to, blah, 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 blah. So you get the best out of all of your new auditions. And so you feel a little bit more confident just being you. So I'll post that in the thing too. And for you, Scott, of course, Mr. Big Rig Rips over here, who
Yes.
drives the big rig trucks with his Big Macs too, because we now the secret is out.
I'm a
You
fan
can
of
find-
a Big Mac. I'm a fan of one. I'm a fan. I'm not really a Burger King man. We got a new
Oh,
person as
no.
well, just for the new person, the Berman.
Oh yeah,
I'm MrRipper. Just because I know that's coming up.
Just so you
next.
know.
I know it's coming up.
in the white shirt is Mr. Ripper.
That over there, over
That-
here, that's
that
Mr.
direction.
Ripper.
The guy in the black shirt is Dave. Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave. I'm Dave Makes Noises.
Dave.
I'm the guy with the plaid shirt. Brian, hello. How are you?
I'm with
Cello.
And I'm wearing a gray sweater today. Or it's not really a sweater, but whatever. Light jacket. And my name is Zach.
and he's
Zach
internationally known from the streams on Wednesday nights. So yes, or Wednesday afternoon.
International.
Because you're known here in where I'm from, Northern Ireland. So it's international. You've got one fan.
Internationally
You've
known.
got at least confirmed one fan outside the United States. Do you know what I mean?
You know what?
You know you've made
You know
it when
what?
that
I
happens.
love you, Scott. I love you.
I was talking
if
about
you're
me.
the only fan I ever get, you're all that I need.
No, well, that's the way.
Well, you got two more fans in the call with you too, so we both love you. I think you're amazing. So there you go.
yeah.
I just
Brian,
met you, and I was nervous to talk to you because I was like, with Nolan, I knew he's going to be hit or miss with my jokes. And I remember the first moment I made a joke around Nolan, I'm like, hey Scott, he's never going to laugh at this. Nolan almost pisses himself, and Scott just looks the other direction, like oh, reverse reaction.
I know.
Scott doesn't laugh, and Nolan's just pissing himself laughing. I'm like, all right, there we go.
I know. It's a
No, the feeling's mutual. I love you guys.
I think I'm going to end it here, Dave. You all right?
I'd say,
What's
yeah,
your
I'm
music?
chilling, my darlings. I'm just feeling the tunes. You know how I do. Just always making them noises. Hence the name, Dave Makes Noises. www.davemakesnoises.com.
I think what I'll do is I'll show off Brian's website the next time
Yo,
we're doing
let's
that.
see it.
Have you got a
let's do
website?
that.
Is it OnlyFans, Brian, or have you not got there yet?
If you want to see my OnlyFans, I have 3 toe pictures on it. It's very lucrative.
I know.
Nice.
Everybody threatens to do one, but could not even imagine anybody wanting to see me.
Well, we
That's
screwed up though on the one stream because we all joked about it, and then we all just showed our feet anyway.
Yes, that was another moment where I was quite drunk as well, to be honest. I've only got 2 beers tonight because I didn't get the shops because I was so busy building a bookcase.
That cursed bookcase.
Oh man, that's all I'm gonna say. It's bad times. Right, I'm going to say bye to everybody, and I'm actually going to do it properly because last week I just cut it off, and this week I started it with not anybody here, so I forgot about that already. The plan was, Brian, that
You're such a savage,
the
bro.
last person,
Oh my gosh.
the last person to arrive, we weren't going to actually tell. But you and Shallow, it was a draw, and I knew it wouldn't have went down too well, so I boarded out of my own plan, which was quite funny. I was really hoping it was going to be Dave, but then Dave came straight on and started talking. He was going, "I got to tell you something," and I thought, "Oh no, Dave, Dave, don't do it."
I was just gonna ask you if the music was playing over my playing the music on the stream, the background music.
No. It's beautiful. It worked out well. I'm glad we didn't have that conversation just in case you said something really inappropriate, like funky cigarettes or rolling anything or any of that.
Oh yeah, because we're totally like the most G-rated when we stream. We really have a filter. We're very professional.
We're G-string rated.
Talking about puking in fucking bushes and fucking getting blackout drunk on the bathroom floor. And Brian, you're pretty wholesome. I got nothing for you. Having a
Yeah,
whiskey
I
with
tried.
pops. That's about
having
as
a whiskey
scumbag
with
as you
my
get, my
dad.
boy. That's all right. I want to see Brian get trashed. I think that's gonna be really funny. I'm
The
excited.
moment I
special.
got even a little drunk, the moment I was
Christmas
a little drunk,
special.
No, Brian, Christmas special. Me and you're we're gonna have a few drinks. Spooktober does not and it doesn't really do it for me, but I really think getting hammered for Christmas will definitely be a good sale. What were you gonna say there, Brian?
That sounds like a good time.
I was gonna say I was only slightly drunk one time, and I felt my legs start to go, and I'm like, "Whoa, what's going on?" But I realized I am the happiest, bubbliest guy when I'm drunk. It's ridiculous. I am literally all hugs. I'm like, "You're awesome, and you're breathtaking, and I love you. I don't even know why you're here, but you're great."
That sounds like cello.
Yep. Thank you. I was like,
That sounds like cello.
but yeah, I'm
Just
a
the one
lovey
big
drunk
ball of
man.
rainbows when we're drunk. Yeah.
Drunk bros.
Yeah,
drunk
it really
bros.
is.
Well, I think we'll get everybody on for that one. I have a really.
I'm just got like rock and roll stories for days when I'm drunk. Fucking like tour stories and gig stories and just like funny, weird like. And ghost stories. I love a good drunk ghost story. I got so many. I mean, I got like 2 or 3.
I don't do ghost stories, but maybe
You don't do ghost stories?
Maybe we'll turn the lights off and you'll see. How
Oh, they're not like made up. These are just like experiences I've had where I've seen ghosts.
Oh,
well, we'll keep
That's
that for
on some different shit.
for next time.
We'll keep that for
Yeah, we'll keep that for the
Dragon
ghost of
Ball Z.
the ghost of Christmas future.
of getting trashed. The ghost of getting trashed. Yes, I'm going to call it here, guys, because I'm going to eat a bag of Doritos. A few people commented that I watch racing, so I'm going to, Brad was like, "Oh, you watch?" Because he had seen my screen there. I was like, "Oh, you watching the racing?" I was like, "Yes." I'm looking forward to watching the Russian Grand Prix before I go to bed. I'll get my D&D stuff on me for tomorrow because I've got a lot of homework to do for Nolan, and I'm going to do a wee bit more research, and I'm going to see if I can pull off some new moves. That's what I've got in my head. I want to impress you all on Wednesday. I want Dave to be proud of me. I want Cello to be proud of me. I want Nolan to be proud of me.
Ripper,
I want
I'm
Jeffrey
already
to be-
proud of you.
No, but I mean, like,
You don't have to do
D&D. I want
nothing.
to do something different than. I pull out my rapier. That's all. That's the only line I say. So I'm gonna have to.
Oh,
come up-
dude, you can do some fun shit as a rogue. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's
Yeah.
so
the
fun.
fun shit's coming.
Cello kind of jumped me into rogue when he was
Rogue's the
DMing
best class
mine.
in the game.
I disagree. I think druid now, but
Yeah.
I do love rogue. And it's the most as important as a druid is how important a rogue is. You need both.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
cannot have like
Druid
a good
is
party
broken.
without one.
I love Druid.
without him.
Nolan has played the most broken Druid I've ever played, or I've
Yeah.
ever had in a campaign. So
Well,
yeah, we'll talk more about that on Wednesday.
That's my self-made homework, which I'm going to partake in once I get some stories for not this week, but the week after. After Brian fixes some sponsor stuff, after Dave gets the other stories done, and they all get edited, and I see my family, and I talk to my friends on Discord, and I send a few tweets, and I show off my bookcase on Twitter that I've proudly done really badly, and yeah, I'll show you. I'll put that up. Actually, I might put that up. What I've done wrong is quite hilarious, and only MrRipper noticed. And yeah, it looks like it's going to fall over, but yeah, I'll show it a picture. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to say bye bye now. I'm going to eat my crisps. Hope you all have a good afternoon, evening,